Imagine you are pushing your car on the highway, and suddenly you hear a sound like a jet engine taking off right under your hood, followed by a terrifying check engine light. This is exactly what happens when your vehicle throws a P0049 code, which basically tells you that your turbocharger or supercharger turbine is spinning way faster than it was ever designed to go. Now, this is a generic powertrain code. So whether you are driving a Dodge, a Ram, a Ford, or a Toyota, the core issue is the same, even if the actual wrench work varies slightly between models. Both turbochargers and superchargers are there to cram more air into your engine for better performance, but they do it differently. A supercharger is driven by a belt running off your crankshaft, while a turbocharger is powered by your engine's exhaust gas. Your car's brain, which we call the PCM, is constantly monitoring this forced air induction system to make sure the air is cool, dense, and at the right pressure. It uses boost pressure sensors to compare what is actually happening with what it wants to see. If it detects that the turbine is overspeeding, it tries to open up bypass control valves or blow-off valves to save the engine. When you see this code, you might notice loud noises from the wastegate area during acceleration, thick black smoke coming out of the tailpipe, or even higher engine temperatures. You might even hear some knocking or spark detonation because the cylinders are getting way too hot. This is a severe code because an overboost can literally shred your turbo or cause major engine failure, so you should not ignore it. Potential causes could be anything from a faulty boost pressure sensor or a bad wastegate to something as simple as a cracked vacuum line or a loose electrical connector. To fix it, start by looking for any technical service bulletins, which we call TSBs, for your specific model. Then, use a diagnostic scanner to pull the freeze frame data. I always recommend doing a manual boost pressure test with a gauge to see if the engine is actually overboosting, or if a sensor is just lying. Most modern cars should be between 9 and 14 pounds of boost. If the manual test shows everything is normal, then you are likely looking at a bad sensor or a problem with the PCM itself. Check all your hoses and wires carefully because a tiny leak or a corroded plug can cause a massive headache with this system.